Yeah, man, that's just how life is sometimes. People are terrible people.
Yeah, they are.
And when they die, it doesn't erase the things that they did.
Yeah.
And I think that you can still grieve them. You can still miss certain aspects about them, but you can also acknowledge that maybe you didn't have a good relationship or they weren't the best people.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy, and I think you can have like both sides of it.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true. But yeah, back to flying.
The smack this time.
Yeah,
that's cool. You can take it.
Hey, cool.
Oh, what up? Episode 3.
Hey,
we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Tired.
I know.
Yeah, I'm burnt. I've been having to wake up at 3:30 recently to get to work.
Oh shoot!
At 4:30. 4:45 roughly. And I gotta say, and this might be unpopular, but I think waking up before 5 a.m. is bullshit.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, too, that, like, I feel like the world, like, you know how in Spain, like, parts of Spain, they do, I can't even think of the word right now.
Right.
But they, like, take a countrywide break.
Yes.
In the middle of the day. And, like, nobody's allowed to work. You're supposed to go home, eat lunch, have a coffee.
I remember you saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should kind of implement something similar where nothing major happens between the hours of, like, 6 and 1 a.m.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, look, I get it. There's stuff that needs to happen in the hours between that.
Yeah.
Like, people got to take flights somewhere. People got to travel or run the nuclear reactor or whatever.
Right.
But
I mean,
I'm just not built like that.
Yeah, they get a lot more breaks over there.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And I don't know, man. I'm too old. I'm too old to be waking up that early. And thankfully it's not a consistent thing.
Don't people, I think, what is it, when they hit their 30s or 40s need less sleep?
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, it's like
as I get older, I need more and more.
My parents, I think it's like 6 to 7 hours of sleep for like older people, which is weird because that doesn't make sense. Because as you get older, your body.
Well, I think you're doing less.
Right.
I think as you get older, less is required of you.
I guess
you're
so.
Moving less. You're moving slower.
Once you hit 40, you start dying too. Your body starts dying.
From the first slap and cry, we all start to die.
Yeah, terrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry for the low energy today, y'all. But we're gonna make it through. We'll find it.
Oh,
we'll find the
yeah.
spark. Speaking of spark, actually, that's a unintended segue. We almost couldn't record today.
Yeah.
We almost had a technical malfunction because I have been dealing with a massive static electricity issue for the better part of 6 months. And I'm constantly shocking myself, touching anything. It's painful. It's hardcore. Getting out of my car, touching a light switch. I don't know what it is. I did do some research. Where's my phone? Oh my God, I can't find my phone. There it is.
I mean, I've never experienced this. I don't know if
I mean, if anybody has any tips, let me know. I did do some Googling, but basically, I went to turn the volume down on my interface today, and I shocked it so bad that it shorted it.
Oh.
And like that, my hard drive, the entire connection system went out for a second because I shocked it so intensely.
That's crazy.
And I'm over it. Now it's dangerous. Now it's threatening to like destroy our equipment. So like I tried looking up how to remove static from your body. And I'm just going to share this in case anybody else is going through it. And if anybody is and wants to comment any solutions, let me know.
Yeah, 1 in 5 males experience this.
But like it talks about like touching a grounded object like a doorknob or car. That's a problem because I shocked myself getting out of my car. Touching your elbows or keys. Moisturize your skin. Wear natural fabrics. Increase your humidity or walk barefoot. And, you know, one that I've been doing today is like you clap your hands, I guess, before you touch stuff because it like creates a contact and a discharge. But like one of these solutions is like wear natural fibers, cotton, linen, and silk. So I'm supposed to change my whole wardrobe to get away from this.
That's kind of weird.
You know, like, I don't know. It's driving me absolutely crazy. I'm like almost paranoid walking around because sometimes I wouldn't say it's like that painful, but it can get up to like, I would say like a 5.
Do you shuffle your feet a lot?
No, I feel like I walk pretty good.
Okay, interesting.
I'm not shuffling yet. And
and it's not like you have a lot of I mean, there's no carpet here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm wearing shoes or if I'm barefoot or if it's socks. You know, sometimes I'm sitting in the car and I drive and then I get out of the car and I shock myself.
That's
weird.
You
know what I mean? And like at work, I work with a lot of electronics. So like after today, I'm worried about shorting stuff out at work now. So I'm
You got superpowers.
Dude, I mean, did you ever see Static Shock? That's probably before your time.
I don't think so.
He's one of my favorite superheroes. It was a show on like Cartoon Network. I think he's based on a comic.
Oh,
but he had like electricity powers.
Oh, you might be getting that.
You know what? Of all the powers I want, that's like the least useful one.
You're right.
That I have. Like I'm gonna just walk around destroying everything. You know. So yeah, it's thankfully everything's working. But yeah, it was a close call today.
That's wild. Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm just over it, man. It's a curse.
I've never experienced that before. I mean, the most I've ever experienced that is like at the playground when I was younger. You know, I'd go down the slide and we'd start playing shock tag with each other. You know, but that's basically it. I have no idea.
Yeah. Have you ever like gotten electrocuted or like really shocked yourself?
No. Luckily, no.
Oh,
knock on wood, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, it'll happen. I've had a couple instances of like really shocking myself. This is all really boring, but like one time I was trying to pull out an extension cord and it was stuck in the outlet and I reached in and my hand just fully grabbed the prongs while they were stuck.
Yeah.
Like that killed me. And then I got blown up at work one time. I worked at a deli and I went to plug in the grill and the outlet was covered in like grease and all kinds of stuff, and I brought this up to management and I was like, this is gonna explode one day. And they were like, well, it's been fine for years. And I'm like, okay. And then sure enough, like a couple months later, I went to plug it in and it literally blew up in my hand.
Oh man.
Shocked me so bad I had to go to the hospital. I lost a bunch of function in my hands for a little bit. The shock had like crossed my heart, so I had to like get a bunch of EKGs and shit. It was crazy.
EKGs?
Yeah, or I don't know, whatever. Like
I think that's what that is, but that's so
echocardiogram.
That's wild. That's crazy.
So like I've been shocked a handful of times, so I'm very paranoid about electricity.
Dude, that's not normal.
We take it for granted.
Yeah, you do.
You know,
and
like people just kind of like assume that it's always fine, and I'm like, I feel like electricity is so dangerous.
Right.
You know, like I'm big on having things fully plugged in.
Yeah,
because I feel like if it's like halfway, like I had one time I had an outlet literally melt because the plug had shorted or something, and like I smelled all this burning plastic, and then when I found the source of it, it turned out that the outlet was all fucked up, and
hair in my mouth.
Yeah, it just melted.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog hair on the cover. So yeah, man, electricity's crazy. Like it's an element that I feel like we just really like. We don't think about all the time. You know what I mean? Because it's just part of our daily lives. But like,
that's true.
It's dangerous. It can kill you.
Yeah, we're living with it. I mean, that's this. It's everywhere now.
It's everywhere. You know, and it makes me think about like eels.
Right.
Eels just carry electricity within them.
Yeah.
Like that's alien shit. You know what I mean? Like I've always thought that like eels, octopi.
I think a lot of ocean like sea creatures are very alien, and we know less about our own ocean than we do our own galaxy.
Every time I like look at stuff that's like deep sea, it just makes me not want to go underwater more and more. It's nasty down there.
It's scary. It scares me.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's gnarly down there, and props to anybody that does go down there, but I truly believe that there is some unknown forces down there that could really fuck up our scene up here.
What's interesting is, I had an uncle. I don't know what kind of chemicals he was messing with, but he was a marine biologist.
I had an uncle.
Or great uncle. Okay. Great uncle, my bad.
Okay.
Who actually recently passed away. You know, and so did my grandfather, but that's besides the point. So he was a marine biologist.
Okay.
And some sort of chemical he was working with I don't know. You said it could like really fuck up our system up here.
Yeah.
Gave him Parkinson's.
Damn.
I don't know how Parkinson's.
Like underwater?
I don't know. Something he was working with.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe it was underwater. I have no idea. Oh. So, I mean, it's not a proven fact how you get Parkinson's, but we're actually so close. I think Michael J. Fox is like funded, you know, I don't know, some sort of I can't think.
A bunch of research.
Yeah, research and all
stuff.
that. Yeah, so
he's a goat.
Dedicated to that. So that's kind of interesting to me, like how, and I think ALS as well is very similar in how you get it. So I don't know, very, very interesting stuff.
Yeah, and like a lot of those diseases, this is like a crazy direction. I didn't think the pod was going to go here today. But like, you know, it's a big thing I have about like mortality and how we age. And because back in the day, you would maybe live to your 30s and then you would just die. You know what I mean? And now with like science and medicine, and this might be a controversial take, and I don't mean to be like grim or callous in this, but I feel like humans aren't obviously supposed to live as long as we do now. Like the life expectancy is so long, and I feel like you get up into your 80s or 90s, fucked up shit happens to you, man.
Unless you're lucky.
Unless you're lucky, but
and
like,
you just die of old age.
You know,
but
dementia, Alzheimer's. You know, you see old people walking all hunched and like all kinds of stuff. It's gnarly, and I just, you know, it's scary too. And I you know, it makes me think of like Breaking Bad when Walter's talking to his folks, and he's like, they're talking about him doing chemo, and he's like, why would I want to be like artificially alive and weak and like whatever? And I'm kind of like, homie's got a point, man. Like it is.
I heard something interesting when I was at that wedding. That was really weird.
Okay.
There were these people kind of sitting around talking. It was like the friends of the bride and the groom, and they were talking about how, I don't know, us Americans or the Brit, I don't know, the colonists, right?
Yeah.
I guess we had to relearn how cancer or, you know, things like that was, I guess, not cured, but the life expectancy was changed. So Native Americans, right? They I don't know, it was really weird. They somehow were able to increase your life expectancy to like 5 years, up to 5 years after, like if you had brain cancer or something or whatever, based off of like, I don't know if it was Native Americans. I think it was, because when we came over, we screwed everything up. and I mean, I find it so interesting. I'm not sure. I'd have to fact check that, because I was like, they were talking about some weird stuff, dude. Like I don't know, but yeah, the life expectancy was, I think, up to 5 years, and that was with that kind of technology. You know, back in the 1700s, even before that. Yeah. You know, and then we came in and we changed the system of everything, and we have to relearn everything, and it makes you wonder. I mean, they were saying this too, that like, how things would have gone if, you know, now, if we would already find the cure to cancer if we had started from there.
I mean, I'm a big believer that was the time to be alive, man. Being a Native American before the colonists showed up, you were just like chilling, man.
Yeah.
You hunted and you gathered and you just hung out. They threw sick parties. And yeah, man, you had maybe 30 good years
doing shrooms. They were doing shrooms.
Yeah. You know, you had maybe 3 decades, and then you just were out. You didn't have to worry about taxes or your career or, you know, the government or nothing. You were just chilling.
I know.
You know, I'm a big believer that like society, we're not. I'm trying to find the way to phrase it, but like I feel like, I guess like capitalism, like a capitalist society is not the solution, and it's a terrible way to live.
Oh yeah, of
you know,
course.
and like I don't know what is the answer, like what's preferable, but I would definitely, if I could do it all over, I'd rather be a Native American in the 1700s, like pre-colonialism, than like right now, even like in the 80s or whatever. Like I'd rather do that. I feel like that's mad chill.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's it's just a wild story that I heard.
Yeah,
that's all.
So we both had some homework from last week.
I didn't do it. No, I'm kidding. I did it.
Me too. What should we talk about first? You want to talk about your movie or my movie?
Oh, I'll talk about. Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it was Training Day, and Denzel Washington was the one that starred, and Ethan Hawke was kind of Ethan Hawke was the main focus. He was kind of the main protagonist.
Like through his eyes.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I mean, it didn't really show a lot of his home life, but it was enough at the beginning, and I thought that was fine. It was just like, you never see his wife again and his children or whatever. I don't even think his children. I'm not sure. I can't
his
remember.
baby is there.
His baby,
but like, I feel like they're there as much as they need to be.
Yeah.
Also, spoilers for Training Day. If you haven't seen it, it's 30 years old. Go see it.
Yeah, go see it.
It's a dope movie.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, but I mean, and at first, like, I don't know, I found it pretty obnoxious.
Really?
At first.
Okay. What, like Denzel's character?
I thought his character, I was like, who does he, I mean, I know who he thinks he is. Like, he's this, what was his title? I can't remember.
He was like the head of a drug investigation kind of department.
DEA or whatever?
Not DEA. It was like LAPD.
Oh, LAPD,
like
right.
Special Investigations or whatever.
So, I mean, he had rights or whatever, but it's just like, I thought he was so
cool.
cocky.
He's cocky, but he earned it.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to. At first, I was like, it's obnoxious. This is like, why isn't he watching the road when he's talking to him? Like, dude, he's going to get into an accident.
There's that scene where he stops when he's trying to get Ethan Hawke to smoke the weed.
Yeah.
And he pulls the gun out in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah, I was like...
And, like, people are honking at him, and then he points the gun at the other guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking wait.
Yeah.
And
I was like...
So badass.
I know. Yeah, well, your take and mine are actually, quite similar.
Okay.
When I got to the end.
Gotcha.
Because I kind of understood.
Okay.
I finally understood.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, throughout, I was like, why is he giving him weed? Is like he trying to teach him a lesson? Like, what's going on? And then, when I got to the end, I was like, oh, yeah, he's a bad guy. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's the villain. Yeah.
But at the same time, there were life lessons that Ethan Hawke's character did learn.
Interesting.
From him.
Yeah. Like what?
I don't remember. Give me a second to think. No, I do. I watched this last week. I'm trying to think here. I mean, it was that life is going to throw you some pretty messed up curveballs,
Okay.
And I mean, especially with Denzel's character, he threw all these things at him, and you have to make decisions in the moment.
Yeah. And I also feel like Denzel, I take more of it from his character than I think I do Ethan Hawke's. Like, I empathize more with Denzel. I think that's just because, like, that's a bit more closer to my background than Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
But he really, like, shows me kind of like he's a man who's out there to make it happen.
Right.
And while he doesn't do it in the most ethical way, and he's manipulating people and he's using them, he's a man with a mission, and he's gonna do whatever it takes to make his mission happen. And it's a fascinating movie. Like, the first time I watched it, it's like you just think that he's this hardened, grizzled detective kind of guy who's like, look, we gotta make our arrest by any means necessary. And then as the movie goes on, and you see that he's like manipulating and using Ethan Hawke to like mastermind all this shit, it's so crazy. And like when he kills that guy, that dealer that they have the drinks with, like early on in the show, like that showed me like he doesn't care. He's just people are just
that was so
equipment to him.
Dude, I mean, I think that was the scene. That was the scene when I was like, he's a bad guy. And even at the end, I mean, I thought, I don't know, he even left him there. I thought maybe there was just some sliver of hope for this character when he left him at the that house.
Oh yeah.
I can't
with the Latinos.
Yeah, with the Latino. Yeah, those guys. I was like, well, that's a fucked up thing to do. Yeah. But like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I just have to wait till the end. And I thought, I don't know, it was kind of around, not then that solidified it for me, but I found it like quite interesting, kind of when the middle hit. I feel at the beginning I was like, what's going? But then I finally got it, and I was like, this is awesome. Yeah, so
that's what's up.
That was cool.
And like, when he's in the neighborhood at the end, and he's like, trying to get people to kill Ethan Hawke.
Right.
And the whole neighborhood is like, nah, man, like, Ethan Hawke, get out of here. We're sick of your shit, Alonzo. Like, I feel like that also shows too, it's like power in numbers, something about community. I'm not like I haven't analyzed the movie. I've just seen it a bunch. But like, and then at the very end when he gets gunned down by the Russians, like, so tragic, because I love that character. He's so complicated.
Right.
And I feel like I could watch him forever.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I could watch a million Alonzo Harris movies. But I don't know if you noticed, but I think it's when he's setting up the shooting with the dealer, and he's being like, a LAPD officer was gunned down today and he survived by his wife and infant child. And then at the end, when Denzel's the one who gets killed, there's a report that's like an LAPD officer was gunned down and he survived by his wife and 4 children. Like, so it's kind of like a weird foreshadowing.
That is.
And then it got reversed on him, and I do feel like he got what he deserved.
He did.
For sure.
Yeah, no, he did. And I was so satisfying to me.
Okay.
I think I was like, is he gonna win? Like, it felt like he was, because he's crazy.
Yeah.
There's no way Ethan Hawke's gonna win. But no, I mean, everyone turned on him, and I was like, this is justice. Yeah. This is awesome. But
I think he says in the movie, like, street justice.
Yeah, street justice. Yeah, that was street justice. That's a good way of putting it.
For sure.
I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm going to get to one more thing on this. But what I will say before that is, I don't know. I think, Denzel's character saw Ethan Hawke. I mean, he was a rookie or whatever, kind of, in a sense. And he saw an opportunity and took it. Yeah.
And it's... I think it's an interesting, like, ethical study too, of like, Ethan Hawke is just, I think, too good. I think he's like too much of a Boy Scout.
Yeah,
and, like,
he is.
You can't make shit happen when you're just focused on, when you're viewing the world through a lens of like perfect morality, and you're just like, well, everything has to go by the book. Everything has to be done by the rules, and it's like the world doesn't work like that. And then I think Denzel is the mirror opposite of that, where it's like total corruption, and he's like, I make the rules don't matter to me. He even says, like, throw out everything you learned in the academy, because that will get you killed out here. And I think he's got a point. Like,
he does, yeah.
So I think it's an interesting thing where, like, I think the marriage of those two perspectives is like the ideal perspective.
Yeah, it is.
But like, like there are these two like totally opposite ideals
with no middle ground.
Middle ground.
Where's the middle ground in this thing? But that's why I liked it so much. Yeah,
and I do kind of wish that Ethan Hawke had like just kind of gotten on his game a little bit. Like, if I was Ethan Hawke, I would have been like, shit, I'll take a cut of $1 million, man. Yeah, I totally gunned that guy down. Let's do it. Like,
would you?
I mean, like, I would never be a cop in the first place.
Yeah,
but like,
I get it.
I would have just, yeah, dude, y'all seem cool. Dr. Dre's in the gang, dude. Like, hell yeah, man. Let's go get some beers after this.
Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg being in it was really funny too.
Oh yeah, I always forget about him. And like, I do think like it's weirdly slow. Yeah. I do think it kind of just is like
it's very an old movie.
Episodic.
Yeah,
like I feel like it's just very chunked out. Like every scene and every like moment is very distinct from one another.
Right.
There is a through line.
Very jarring.
But it's just kind of like, here's one thing that they're doing, here's the next thing, and it's just kind of that way through the whole movie. But it's also kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because I learned recently that they did a TV show based on it.
Oh, really?
Recently. Like, I want to say within the last 10 years.
Holy
it
cow.
lasted for one season, was very poorly reviewed. Because without Denzel, what are you doing? Nobody could measure up to that performance.
No, not at all. That's true. There's things that he can do that no one else can do.
And that his character in that movie is listed as one of the greatest villains of all time.
Who?
Denzel.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Alonzo
Harris.
Yeah. The character in that movie, he's like regarded. I think it's like a Rolling Stone list. They were like, he's one of the greatest villains, which I agree.
Wow.
Because I think he's so.
Yeah.
Not only is he like corrupt, but he has like no empathy. Yeah. He doesn't care about who gets in his way or who he has to kill to get his way.
That's so interesting.
And I think he's like, he is in a way like pure evil almost.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say this though, and you're not going to like me for it.
All right.
It's a Warner Brothers film. and you putting down Warner Brothers.
This was 30 years ago. You know, they've shot the bed since then.
Well,
you know?
yeah, I don't know.
That also we can kind of segue into my movie.
Yeah,
this is a weird pet peeve that I've noticed recently with movies.
Okay,
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. So this is just one thing that irks me when I watch a movie.
Okay, yeah.
The opening fucking I don't know what you call them, like the title cards or like the thing for every production company that worked on it.
Right.
Too long.
Yeah.
And I don't need to see it. Like, put that in the credits.
Unfortunately. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like, because I watched some movie this week, and it was literally like one, and they're all like 10 seconds at least, and I swear it was like a minute and a half of different companies.
It's their watermark because people don't always stay to watch the credits.
I don't care because what does it matter to me what production company worked on it?
I know.
Or like the average moviegoer. Look, people should get their credit, but I think that the production companies should be there with the rest of the people. I don't think that they need to like take like I've started fast forwarding now like through that shit. Like on Netflix or Amazon, they've got like the 10 seconds, so I just mash that shit until I see movie. And that also brings me to the movie that I had to watch, The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And that had a terrible opening because we have all the watermark things. We have a big, long intro sequence
it was awesome.
Of music and narration.
Yes.
And then a little bit of movie, and then they show like 3 minutes of bowling over the credits.
Yes, dude.
Start the movie.
It's cool.
Start the movie.
That's the movie. That's the start of the movie.
It took way too long. I was just like, geez, this is gonna be.
It's the aesthetic.
But you know what? I really, really approach this with an open mind.
All right.
And I gotta say, the dude is a terrible person.
What?
I hate him so much.
He's not a terrible dude. He's a chill dude.
He's selfish.
He's what you strive to be.
He's absolutely not. He's so selfish. He's so egotistical. And anybody that's like, I'm the dude, and like when somebody's like, hey, is this Jeff Lebowski? He's like, no, this is the dude. Motherfucker, your name is Jeff Lebowski.
Dude, he's the dude. All right,
nah,
he
dude,
identifies as dude. As
an ex-stoner who had a lot of stoner friends, I've never known anybody like that. And I feel like the whole time I was watching it, it felt like a corporate exec's idea of like what a stoner would be like.
It's funny though.
It wasn't realistic to me.
Wow.
You know, and I remember what you had said, and I've heard it a lot, like it's about nothing. It's not about nothing. There is a plot. There are things that are happening in the movie.
Yeah, it's not about nothing. It's just a guy living his life though in that time, and that's it.
I just, I couldn't stand his character, man. He's just so egotistical through the whole thing. I think that he's just like, I'm the dude, so like rules in life don't apply to me. I'm just trying to chill, and everybody else needs to like get in line.
What did you think about, like, what were the good things?
Okay, and you know what? It's actually funny because for the first like quarter of it, and I will say I didn't finish it, mostly because I was short on time, but I had like 15 minutes left.
There's a lot that happens in that 15 minutes.
Yeah, I did read the ending on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
When I was first watching it, I was like, this is a very cozy, comfy watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's very chill, and I was digging the vibe at first, and then it just kept... The dude was just grating to me. Look, I love a chill guy. But, like, he's not chill. He's very, like... You're interrupting my chill, so fuck you. And it's like, dude, fuck you. Like, real shit is happening, and he just keeps drinking, and he's just doing all this shit. And then they did one of my cardinal sins in a movie when they did a music video, when he has that hallucination sequence.
That's like one of the best parts. It's one of the best parts.
It doesn't matter to the movie. Man. It's just nonsense. It's visual bullshit.
It actually has... Well, because you've only seen it once, I'll give you that. But there's a lot of foreshadowing. and references throughout the entire movie.
Okay.
In those.
All right. If it has that, but then I'm also not a fan of like Easter eggs or like
there's Easter eggs.
Crazy metaphor.
But it's a lot of foreshadowing too.
We got dogs.
Got the dogs.
That's fine.
I don't know if you can hear them.
They'll stop.
No,
that's one of my like absolute no-nos in a movie is when you like essentially do a music video. I tried watching a movie the other day called Merv. It showed up on my Prime, and it's got Charlie Cox in it, who I love, Daredevil, and Zooey Deschanel, who I do not.
Right.
And it was about the couple who breaks up and their dog is like depressed.
Yeah.
And I was like, this looks really bad, but I'm going to give it a shot because I just couldn't think of anything else to watch. And it was so bad, and they did multiple music videos in it where like the opening credits and then you have like another
any significant
song.
meaning to it?
It doesn't matter. The song was so on the nose too. Maybe we can try to splice in a clip.
I'm trying to think.
But like the movie's about a dog, right?
Okay.
And it's also Christmas time. And the song was literally like, I'm a dog and it's Christmas time. I don't care about the presents. I just want to chew on a toy. Like that's like the song.
Yeah.
And like, so it was, and it was worse than The Big Lebowski. I'll say that. But like, I just hate when a movie like just does like a montage. The only movie that's done it well really is like Ninja Turtles, Rocky.
Yeah.
I can't think of another.
There were
good
two
montage.
sequences in the movie.
Okay.
Right. So remember the two. There were two. One of them was when he was dancing with the lady. I think that was the first one was when he was flying on his carpet.
Yes.
And then he falls, and then he's in the gutter, or not the gutter, but like where the ball comes out of.
Yeah.
And like running from it. I can't remember. And then he gets sucked in, and then he's like dancing and coming down the stairs. Yeah, I mean, there's Saddam Hussein. I think that's Saddam Hussein.
Yeah,
who's like giving him the bowling shoes because they were talking about that because because Walter was part of Vietnam.
Yeah,
John Goodman's character. He was involved. He fought in the war, so like he was a veteran, so he would bring that up a lot.
Also a terrible character.
Dude, I won't get into that, but yeah. So that's one of the references. The song itself. No, I can't. I don't think the song itself had anything. It was just a really cool song. and then, shoot. I mean, the bowling. Obviously, there's. I can't think. There's other references throughout the movie. I think there's like they talk about the TV show that the cable guy because he was wearing the cable guy outfit when he was dancing.
Yeah,
I'm blending. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie, but I'm blending the two sequences together. But like he's wearing the tool belt in the movie, and then like there's a TV show in the movie.
I think in the future we should watch these together. So you can like.
I know.
I also think like. Yeah. Do you think that a movie has merit if it requires multiple watches to like gain anything from it?
I mean, if you pay enough attention, then I don't know, but I think I think so. It depends because like if a movie is a lot packed into like the hour and a half, 2 hours, I think that's actually better. Like Back to the Future, right? I mean, Back to the Future on first watch is very entertaining. Yeah. I keep bringing that up, but like it takes multiple watches for you to like really get the references or like of 1985 or the 50s or whatever or like I don't know. I mean, if there's a lot packed into it, which there is in this movie, it's like 2 hours or whatever. Lots of references, lots of Easter eggs, lots of what's talked about, and chunked up similarly to Training Day. Yeah, a lot more, I would say, because Training Day's shorter anyway. Totally. But like, there's so many characters. There's so much that's talked about, and the plot is pretty. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it really is. I mean, when I first watched it, it felt like it was about nothing. Yeah. But like, I'm glad you didn't think so. That's your So I don't know. It has plenty of merit to answer your question.
My main beef is mostly just with Jeff Bridges' character, and I like Jeff Bridges, but like I just found his character to be so annoying. And like if I was still in my like weed smoking days and like I went to a party and he was in the joint rotation, right, Nah, man.
Yeah.
I'm out of there. He's just obnoxious. There is one thing I wanted to that I thought was really funny, and I didn't see it. I read it on Wikipedia, but I could visualize it, and it's at the end when they're throwing Steve Buscemi's ashes.
Yep.
And they blow back on him.
Yep.
And there's a movie that I dearly, dearly love called The Way with Martin Sheen.
Okay.
And it's got a son in it. And if you've never seen it,
No,
that
never.
might be your next homework.
Okay.
Because it's about El Camino de Santiago,
Okay.
which is a pilgrimage that people do in Spain.
Oh, very
And
nice.
it's a bucket list thing of mine to go do it. You basically walk like 3,000 miles or something like that. And spoilers for the movie if people haven't seen it, but he essentially, like, his son dies on the journey, so he goes to finish the journey for his son, and he takes his ashes and he spreads them alongside the trail.
Sounds deep.
And the movie's not totally about that. Like, it's more about the guy, the dad, and his discovery.
Right.
But at the very end, when he reaches the end of the journey, he goes to the sea, and he goes to throw his son's ashes out into the sea, and the wind blows them all back into like a puddle in his feet, and it kills the whole. But like, he's still like, go, my son, I release you, and then they all just wind up in this puddle, and he's like acting like he doesn't notice it, and it kills me every time I see it. And
yeah, so you might have found that scene funny.
Yeah, I just I was pressed for time. You were coming through.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
all right,
like,
all right.
and it had Steve Buscemi. It had Flea.
Donnie. They were treating him like garbage. Donnie.
Treating him like garbage. He didn't deserve it, and that's another thing.
Well, that's the thing.
you know?
That's the point. He does not deserve it.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll give it another shot.
Yeah.
Maybe
give it
you'll
a
need
couple
to
of years.
Watch it
because-
with you, and you can point some things out.
Yeah,
but
that'd be good. That'd be good.
It was a rough watch.
Yeah.
I don't rate it very favorably. It kind of had that Napoleon Dynamite thing that I don't like, where it's just dry and just kind of.
Oh man. Yeah, no,
the
that's
whole thing.
that's all right.
Sorry to disappoint.
No.
We are in the week of Christmas.
Yeah, we are.
And you are about to take a flight. Do you want to say where you're going?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
do you
going
wanna
to
keep that?
I'm going to Virginia
Okay.
to visit family.
Yeah.
Because originally it was supposed to be a vacation, then it turned. It still is a vacation, but with death of my grandfather and everything, and I wasn't actually very close to him.
Mm-hmm.
Did this pulled out? Oh no, that's just the. Okay, I thought.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're
going?
still going.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't very close to him. He fought in Vietnam, speaking of which.
Okay.
He had a lot of PTSD, which made him a very bitter, angry person, but he's always kind of been a terrible person, Like, he treated my mom like shit, he treated my grandmother like shit.
Yeah.
It's a miracle how she still stayed with him. But I'm not speaking ill will because, there's a lot that I do miss, and his stories and his he wrote a book. He talked a lot about that. A book about his F-100. He flew the F-100. I think he flew it everywhere. He talked about how I think he flew it across the Grand Canyon. He talked about how low he dipped, how high he went.
Wow.
I'm wild. It's just wild how somebody can handle G's like that, how anybody can, because I also have a cousin who can fly planes too.
Okay.
But he couldn't handle the G's with the jets, so he just kind of wants to fly commercial. I'm not sure what's going on with that anymore, but he became a naval captain. It was really cool. But yeah, my grandfather was in the Air Force, and he was exposed to like things like Agent Orange, which is just like
crazy times,
insane.
Man. Yeah.
That and napalm were like,
Yeah.
I think napalm was like a bomb, right, or something.
Was that the time where like MK Ultra was supposed to be going on?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Do you believe in that?
No.
No, you don't believe in MK Ultra?
Do you?
Totally, man.
Really?
There's literal evidence of it.
Okay, all right.
We'll have to. That would be good for the next episode. But like, there's
sure.
like FBI or CIA or whoever, but there's documentation
Wow.
of them doing these experiments.
Yeah.
and like trying to get like psychic stuff going with soldiers and stuff.
You might have to enlighten me a little bit more.
I'm not saying
but
that's what your grandpa did, but like I do wonder like if there were people out in the field back then unleashing psychic warfare.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he
know?
was a very accomplished guy. I'm not sure how much he knows or how much he knew.
Yeah.
He wrote a book, he flew that, he was definitely a world-renowned hero. I mean, I would say I think he met a couple of presidents. I'm pretty sure my grandmother sure met Barack Obama, because she's like,
that's what's up.
Yeah, she's really involved in like the political, like trying to get people to vote and all that stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think the sad part about it is he. I haven't seen him for a few years or whatever it's been, because it hasn't just been my choice, it's been the family's choice, on both, like my aunt and my cousins and like my mom, and it's kind of a universal choice throughout the family not to speak to him. Even my dad's side of the family wasn't very fond of him, because he just was not very nice, and he called me a jerk when I was a little kid. Like, he was just kind of, but I do, like I said, there's things I do miss, things I wish that I could have learned from his wisdom, and his accomplishments, but PTSD got the better of him.
Yeah, it's a bitch, man. And like somebody who has lost all their grandparents, and like I had very complicated relationships with them too. The deaths are it's a weird feeling, and like, I don't know, like, especially like my mom's parents, like that was a fucked up relationship, because they were uber religious, and I had to put on such a performance for them every time. So like, the kid that they loved was not who I was. And when they both passed finally, I felt such a relief and such freedom.
Wow.
Of like, I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't have to like be this Jesus freak. I could be me. And like, everything was about bowing down to them and like making sure that they were satisfied with whatever we did.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of guilt about feeling that freedom and that relief, but over the years I've come to like really, be like, yeah, man, that's just how life is sometimes. People are terrible people.
Yeah, they are.
And when they die, it doesn't erase the things that they did.
Yeah.
And I think that you can still grieve them. You can still miss certain aspects about them, but you can also acknowledge that maybe you didn't have a good relationship, or they weren't the best people.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy, and I think you can have like both sides of it.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true. But yeah, back to flying real quick, because I know that was kind of the point.
Hey,
but
shout out Death.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah. So you're gonna fly. How long is a flight?
8 hours.
Yeah. How do you feel about flying?
Well, when I studied abroad in the UK, and I forget how long that travel time was. I think it was like 13 hours.
Yeah.
Something like that.
A straight shot, no layovers?
Yeah, to do a straight shot. This does have a layover, but it's still.
Yeah, still.
It's like right when I get to like Washington, DC, I think. Yeah. So and then it's going to be like not even maybe an hour. Yeah. I have no idea.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just, with flying, I'm cool. Like, I don't get anxious necessarily. I'm anxious though when it's like a red eye flight, like overnight.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know what red eye means. That's so funny. I say that, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, like, I just have the context for movies. I've never taken one, I don't think.
It's like the word matinee. Like, I tell that to my friends and whatever, and they're like, what is that bougie word? I'm like, you're dude, whatever. But yeah, so, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a red eye. I mean, I leave at like 11:30 p.m. and get there like the next day at like, I don't know, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. It's something like that. There's a time change. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't get anxious. I guess I just get anxious about like the time.
Okay.
Like, if it's 3 hours, I can do it. It's long, but whatever. Something like that, I just get anxiety about like not being able to sleep. Just sleep. Sleep is my thing. I can't sleep on a plane.
I can't sleep either. I don't know how people do it. I will do like the, you kind of like get like this, then you'll kind of just close your eyes and like try to rest, but you can't get comfortable.
No.
You can't get comfortable on a plane. And like, this is a whole tangent that we can get on, but like, I assume you're flying economy is like what it is.
Yeah.
I think I've maybe flown business once.
Oh, is it economy like lowest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've flown business once too. Yeah, it is economy that I'm flying. Yeah.
And like, I think with those seats, and I've heard this before, I wish I knew where I heard it from, but it's like a whole thing about the flight industry. But like, they basically try to make the experience for everybody under business class as shitty as they possibly can while still charging you for the ticket. Like, you have no room, you have no space.
I know.
And like I do get claustrophobic, and it's intense. Like, I used to fly home every summer, which is ridiculous because that's Arizona, but I would fly from Washington, and it wasn't a terribly long flight, but there were a handful of times I used to take like edibles before I would get on, just to try to like get some experience out of it.
Nice.
And there was one time where I got my phone died, so I didn't have my phone. I had no other form of entertainment or like any kind of thing. I didn't have a TV. I had nothing.
Right.
And I was like so miserably hot. I don't know what it was, but I was just dying. And the little fucking AC nipple they got up there, that's a fucking joke, dude, is so, like, that's an insult to my intelligence that you think that this little stream of air
AC nipple
is doing nothing. I mean, like, you can barely feel it. Like, it needs to be like a car vent. You know what I mean?
It's bad.
And I was so thirsty. And I'm just so stoned out of my mind. I was probably too stoned, but like I'm just like dying. And the lady with the drink cart, when she finally appeared at the front end of the plane, I was so far back, and she took forever. It felt like every single passenger she talked to had a special request, and she kept having to like go back and get special things for people. That was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
No, that's unfortunate.
I mean, do you have any flight war stories?
War stories? No, because I don't know. I've flown so much, like ever since I was super young.
Yeah.
Like every summer I'd go, but nothing really just besides sleep.
Yeah.
I think I've been pretty lucky, but I haven't gone like great distances as much as like out of the country. Have you gone out of the country before?
I've only driven to Canada.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Besides that, I've only just, I've flown. I always fly East Coast.
Okay.
So it is far. It's like the opposite end, but like, nothing on my end.
What's your like flight routine? Like, what do you bring on a flight to pass the time?
Usually, like a laptop, but like I can't always pay for the Wi-Fi on the plane, so I find it kind of useless.
Got to download those movies.
I mean, now I've just kind of downloaded movies or like music, or whatever like that I download too. Or like I look on the apps themselves and they'll have movies too, like the Southwest or Delta or American Airlines, the worst airline. I think that or Delta. Southwest is the best.
Alaskan?
That I will say.
Alaskan is a fucking joke, dude. I used to fly that. I don't know if that's like more regional because like they were big in the Pacific Northwest, but I flew them a couple times, and that's like the bare minimum of what a plane is. And like that's just like cardboard seat, no in-flight entertainment. I don't even know if they handed out drinks. Yeah. And they're like, we're going to get there in 3 hours.
I do have a flight war story, actually.
Okay, all right.
It's not on the plane itself.
Okay.
I mean, I've missed a couple of flights in the past. And
terrible.
It sucks because, like, I don't know. It's the way it's done here in America. No, that's not true. It's not an American thing. It's if you're flying out of the country, I think, versus
international.
International, yeah, because international flights are stricter.
Yeah, totally.
I'm pretty sure. And like the time is more compact.
Yeah.
That you have. Like if you make it to the gate, no, you can't. Yeah, if you make, I can't remember exactly. Shoot, now I can't remember. I'm out of it today. I'm sorry.
No, me too.
But I don't know. Like I was with my mom and sister. Like we just missed our flight, and that was horrible because like we were trying to get back to the U.S.
And
it was just bad.
Like, you got to stay in the airport for 10 hours.
Yeah,
or like
I think you have like 2 hours or something or less to get to the gate.
Yeah.
Or even like security.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because they won't let you through security or something if you're flying international.
Okay.
Something like that. I can't. It's been a couple years since I've flown internationally, but
we'll have to take a trip somewhere.
I've missed quite a few flights.
Oh man, see, I'm the goat at that. I am like never. I'm always early.
Yeah.
And I always get there because I'm so anxious about it. I'm so nervous that like my gate won't be there.
Yeah.
And like as I've flown more and more, I got more comfortable.
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, oh yeah, if you can reach, you can find your gate. But like, I used to just be like, it's not gonna be there. I'm not gonna find it. Like just some crazy anxious bullshit. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
I get you.
The worst flight I ever took was back in
I was gonna.
I couldn't help myself.
That's wild.
It came to me.
I know when you said, I was like,
I might bleep
hold
that
on.
out. Yeah.
Well, a lot of flights were stopped.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, I was thinking that's what you were gonna say.
Oh no.
That's wild.
I couldn't help it.
Dude,
it's a terrible joke. I know.
That's so funny. No.
But yeah, man. I mean, yeah. I think flying needs to be totally like redesigned.
I know.
I think like because again, it's about profit over comfort, and you know, like in a lot of Asia, they have like those bullet trains.
I know.
And I've never taken like a train ride anywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always heard that trains are really chill.
They're chill.
And
they can be a little annoying. I think that is one thing that we do have that other countries don't, is that our gas is much cheaper. Like, do you know how much gas is in the UK?
No.
It's for a full tank.
Yeah.
It's like $1,000.
Well, it's because they call it petrol.
Yeah,
For
I
a
know.
car?
Yeah.
A car is $1,000.
Yes, a full tank. I'm not kidding. Look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
look
it up.
It's like 100-something pounds
Okay.
per gallon or litre. As
It's liters.
Yeah, I know.
Just because it's the R is
Yeah,
in
I know.
front.
I know, dude. But yeah, so that's
does-
because when I studied, like it was I didn't believe my eyes, and it was like 100-something pounds.
Were you driving over there?
In France, though, it's different. We
It's right
rented
now,
a car.
Right now, as of mid-December 2025,
Yeah.
the average price is 1.36 pounds per liter.
What?
That's what it says. Yep.
Then how much is it a full tank? Wait, look up how much a full tank is.
Oh my god. All right, we'll talk. We'll
Yeah,
vamp while I
need
do
to kinda,
this.
Yeah, like an average.
How much does?
In France, it's different. Although the air
but that's
quality
also
is
depends
worse
on cars. Because
Yeah.
like my car costs like $35 if I'm going from empty to fill it up all the way.
It's
and
just
then, like,
it is more expensive though. At the end of the day.
How much does it cost to fill? Well, you got to talk while I do this.
Well, no, I know. I don't know. So I think that like
tank of gas.
dude, I can't talk when
in
you're.
UK. Sorry, I'm so old. I have to like talk while I type. It typically costs around 70 to 80 pounds, but generally it's around £1.30 or £1.40 per liter.
I don't know how many liters.
I don't know how that math checks out. If it's cheaper gas, but it costs more to fill your tank.
Okay, maybe what I meant to say.
Family car, which is a 55-liter tank, but we also
That's
do gallons.
crazy.
So
Yes.
I don't know the conversion rate.
Well, don't worry about the
between gallons and
conversion, but
liters.
like it says per liter.
Yeah.
55.
No, it's a 55-liter tank, and then it's £1.30 per liter. So I mean, the math kind of checks out, but like,
Okay, maybe I don't know what I'm thinking of, but it does. It is. Does it check out with what I was saying?
Kind of. Like filling up your tank is hella expensive.
Yeah, that's
but
what.
I think it also depends on the car. Like if you're driving a little Fiat, it probably wouldn't cost you 80 pounds.
Yeah,
we're not the guys to be running this.
No, not really. But it's just. But that's why a lot of people don't drive, and that it does get annoying. I will say, having to travel by train all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like because you can't just. Like it is more walkable. Like over in UK is not Europe. Just shut up. But it over there it's more walkable in Europe, and UK is fucking stupid. But sorry, no, sorry. I'm just
on the UK.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that,
All
but
right.
because it's silly. But yeah, so
xenophobic over here.
I know. Dude.
Isolating all of our British viewers.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
no,
man.
it's not the UK. It's just it's the government and like what they decided to do.
What do they decide to do?
Well,
I'm not caught up.
So you know how in every country in the UK, there were different types of currency. Like in Italy, I think it was like lyre, or something like that.
And
in francs, yes,
euros.
Now
pounds.
it's obviously not like that.
Yeah,
because it's now just the euro, right?
Mm-hmm.
UK was given the opportunity to also have euros,
but
and
pounds
be part
are
of
so
that.
sick.
Yes, but you know what's happened as a result?
The conversion rate's all fucked up.
Yeah, well, the inflation and all that stuff. Yeah, the value of the pound is not as much as the euro anymore.
We should rebrand
but
this
the
as
dollar is not as much as either of those. So whatever.
We should rebrand this as an economy podcast because we talk about money so much.
A little bit.
And we know nothing about it. Like, we should just tout ourselves as economic experts.
But but that is a fact.
Buy the Dow. Buy into the Dow.
Oh, get out. I don't. Yeah, no, dude. No. Yeah, a little background real quick. The way we met each other was through, I won't get too much into it.
Through a job.
Through a radio station. Yeah. I won't say anything more.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know if this isn't what gave you the idea for the podcast, but yeah, but it was the
we
guy
did have a lot of financial news we had to go through.
Yeah, we were running the boards, stuff like that. You were there for much longer, but
producing
that was our title. Yeah, but the guy
I hope
the guy
they see
that we
this.
were yeah
that
I
would
hope
be
so
funny. Yeah.
but the guy that was one of the talents sorry was he was talking about like the Dow Jones and investing in gold and would just do his stupid reads, dude.
Gold, yeah. We could get all into that. But I think something more interesting. This is our last episode of the year. We've been going for almost an hour.
Have we?
So yeah,
no way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I think we should start to wrap this up, but I think we should try to do the year in review.
Yes.
I was gonna look it up, but I think it'd be more fun if we try to remember.
Oh, I can't. My memory today
massive
is terrible.
Events. Me too.
Today
but
it's just bad. I don't know.
It's been a bad year. Yeah. I think it's a lot of war. It's a lot of crazy political things that have happened. A lot of nonsense. Ice.
Yeah, there's ice.
ICE.
Was that formed this year?
I think they've always been around.
Oh,
They've been going crazy this year. Like,
yeah, that's true.
There was all that, like the military presence in cities with the National Guard, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of bad stuff happened this year.
A lot of deaths.
Shout out Granny. Yeah. Shout out your grandpa.
Ooh. Yeah. Elon Musk investing in what the Dogecoin.
Well, it was the department.
Oh, the department
of Government Efficiency. That was some bullshit. That
dude.
Lasted so short.
So
yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. None of it really good. I feel like that's been the theme for every year since 2020.
It has. It has. It's like 2020 part
5. Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. How are you feeling about 26?
For myself, I've been feeling pretty good.
Okay.
For the state of this country, I don't know. I mean, Disney also, that's another thing. This was super, super recent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like just the other day, like 2 days ago or whatever, Disney invested in AI.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they bought it out but they put like, I don't know, like $1 billion. They spent like $1 billion on it or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey.
In Chat GPT, I can't remember what else. You start talking while I look this up.
Well, speaking of AI, I actually read an article this morning about Claire Obscure. That game that won a bunch.
Oh yeah, did you?
They had generative AI.
No way.
Within I don't remember if it was within I think it was within the game.
Yeah.
But they also mentioned they used it like in trailers and stuff for the game.
Oh no.
Look, like there's a game that I have a lot of love for called No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
And in that game
I played that one. Yeah.
It's like all procedurally generated.
Yeah.
So as you go through the game, it'll just randomly create stuff based on algorithms and equations and whatever.
Yeah,
I think that's the way we should be going instead of AI. And I don't know the difference. I'm not smart enough to like really clarify what's different about a procedural generator versus an artificial intelligence making shit. But like, Yeah, it is scary, and as people who are in the creative endeavors, like, it makes me worry about the future for job opportunities, and just like, especially like, even like the next generation coming up, like, either they're gonna have no opportunities because people can just generate whatever they want to do, or they won't really have true skills because they're just using AI to create the stuff that they use. Yeah,
well, okay, so get this. So yeah, I was right.
Now get this.
Disney making $1 billion investment in. So they made a $1 million investment in OpenAI, as well as Sora AI.
Oh yeah.
So it will allow characters on Sora AI.
I did hear about that.
To generate, so they can
have like Disney stuff.
So they're giving people permission now, like anybody, I'm pretty sure, to be able to generate their characters.
Like use, because there was that big thing about the Miyazaki like type of art that people were generating all over, and like it's
that's a giant piece of recap for this year is the AI stuff, which has been around, but like this year has really given me an existential crisis.
Totally. And like, I don't know if we're headed in like the Terminator direction so much, but like, it is like we talked about this, I think, in the first episode, but it's kind of like the version of 2025 that we were supposed to have, we're not even close to. And like, you think about artificial intelligence as a kid, and you're like, oh, supercomputers and cool like things. And now people just use it to get misinformation.
I know.
Like, it's like, I know people that like use it in their jobs for like real shit. And I'm like, you just trust point blank whatever ChatGPT tells you.
Yeah, I don't think we're in the era of. I don't think we're going to go into Terminator. You know what I think? WALL-E.
Oh,
I think it's going to be like WALL-E.
I think we're definitely headed in that direction for sure. Like,
our planet's going to be fucked up in the next, like, I don't know, 20, 30 years, maybe even less. I mean, it already is in that direction. I think they said something about. I need to stop segueing, but they said good. Real quick. They said something about how I think in the next 10 or so years, if we don't get our shit together, in terms of like air pollution and stuff like that, and like and being more clean and recycling and helping clean up the planet, like, we're gonna be screwed. Like, our there's the point of no return.
Yeah.
With our global warming.
I mean, it makes me think of. Did you ever see that movie The Road with Viggo Mortensen?
I don't think so. No.
It's basically like a dad and his son, and they're in the nuclear wasteland, and they're just trying to survive. And it basically, like, it doesn't ever fully explain it. It's also kind of like the Book of Eli. I don't know if you ever saw that. Another great Denzel movie.
Yeah.
But all of these movies, they kind of take place after some kind of nuclear war.
Wow.
And it shows like how the environment is so messed up from all that, and how people are trying to survive and find food and water and all these things. And I've even heard the theory that like we'll have like water wars in the future, where like water is such a scarce resource that people are like fighting to get any amount of water that they can.
Oh man.
So I do kind of feel like we are past the point of no return, only because the powers that be refuse to acknowledge and address what's going on. And there's some country, I think they've done it, or maybe it's just a dream that I had, but I'm a big believer in solar and what that can do for our like the world and the environment. And I'm like, bro, just make like solar roads and have like cars be able to charge through their tires.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And just like you can create this like circular kind of thing. And like I don't know, it just feels like I had to learn about the Industrial Revolution so much in school. Ugh. And I feel like that was like the ruination of our world, because
it was.
Like we use it all so inefficiently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. Like it's just like
as soon
not
as we
the
started
best
burning fossil fuels.
Yeah,
that was it.
And like nobody's trying to like evolve what's going on. Yeah, it's just kind of, and like we can get into big oil and all that.
Henry
shit.
Ford. Sorry, I don't know if he's a big part of it.
He's a big part of it, and I just feel like, yeah, man, like I do like kind of like you said. Personally, I do feel I try to be optimistic about every new year, but worldly, existentially, I'm fucking terrified.
No, I agree. I feel good about this podcast.
I feel good about the podcast. We got to find a positive note to end
Thanks
it
for
on.
some of your comments.
Yeah, I appreciate the engagement and the interactions we're getting with
some of
people.
them were funny.
Some of them were funny.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of it from the shorts, which is cool.
Shout out to anybody who watches the clips.
Yeah.
If you are watching at this point, thank you. Seriously. Mad love. Thanks for watching all the way through. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 2026.
Yep, that's right.
More episodes, more stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be rested and refreshed.
That's right.
And hopefully not blowing stuff up. All right, homie. Last episode of the year. We did it.
Yeah.